Hello, beer tubers, and welcome to another beer review with me, Peter the Master of Hobbits. Today, joined by Brett. Whoa, I was too quick and said Brett before.
Brett.
Yes, Brett.
Off.
NMICCCCs.
Yeah.
We're drinking some Fremont, courtesy of Beerdome. Who'd have thunk? Beerdome supplied this one. They've supplied a lot of Fremont, and like pretty much any other beer. But yeah, this is Brew 5K or Brew 5000. We reviewed Brew 2, 3, 4, now 5K. We just need to try 1K.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if that beer would be over the hill by now.
Maybe not. Barley wine is probably
One of the
apart from Lambic,
one of the
styles the beer style that ages the best.
The best. I don't know. Yeah, the most well.
The most well.
So this is Brew 5K. This was released on the 1st of April 2021. So it's almost a year old in the bottle. It says actually on the bottle here to save this and drink it through 2022 and beyond. So you can start cracking bottles in 2022 and then after.
Yeah.
So we're good.
Yeah.
Even though this was released late 2021 in Europe, which is amazing. A lot of Fremont beer gets released over here nowadays. 12.2% English style barley wine in bourbon barrels. The barrels were actually quite old this time around, 10 to 15 years. I can't remember that was the regular time frame, and then it's been aged for 16 months in the barrels, blended together.
And I think the base is the same as
Maris Otter, Carafa 2, and white wheats, and then they use Magnum and US Golding hops. So fairly simple, but also really dark. But Carafa will get you a color like this. It looks very nice. It looks like a really dark, rich barley wine.
Yeah.
It's like a really, it's almost
like
black,
the
but
darkest
it's
shade of chestnut.
Yes, I was actually about to say the darkest shade of chestnut brown.
Yeah. Yeah.
We've done this together too many times.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. It looks great. It's got a nice tan, kind of beige looking head.
Yeah.
Check out the aroma. Oh yeah, really bourbon forward, but really nutty this batch.
Yeah.
Like loads of toasted nuttiness to me.
Yeah, it's toasty, charry nuttiness.
Yeah.
And slightly spicy, warming bourbon.
It's almost like a rye vibe, even though there's no rye in there. But there's spice. But that could be some of these bourbons having rye in the grist, because that's quite common.
I think
at least a small amount. But
it has this kind of warming,
really
soothing kind of rye bourbon, not heat, but yeah. It just warms a bit in your nostrils.
Really well balanced too. For it being a young beer, I'm not it's not smelling boozy or anything. There's just a lot of bourbon.
It's just
character.
a nice again, I call it soothing.
Yeah. There's also a little bit of a stewed red apple in this.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I got a lot of that. I had a sip of the Weller.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I got a lot of that. Yeah, stewed red apple character from that one.
I'm definitely getting that. There's also brown sugar. There's caramel.
Yes.
Vanilla is the most dominant bourbon characteristic, I think, in terms of these brighter flavors.
Yeah.
But it's it smells really good. It's it's like Brew 2K also had some oxidized layers, but just perfectly mingled with some freshness and whatnot. This still smells really young, but I am smelling a little bit of an older kind of woody.
Yeah.
But that's also
maybe
the case.
Slightly older barrel character at least.
It smells really good. It smells like a fantastic barley wine.
Yeah.
Let's try it. Cheers. And thanks to Beerdome for the beer. Really fudgy. Really caramel heavy. Loads of caramel. Loads of vanilla. Really bright, fresh kind of bourbon character right now. Really vanilla heavy. Yeah. And really caramel heavy.
It reminds me quite a lot of Brew 4K.
Yeah, it does, and also to some extent Paragon from Lervig.
Yeah,
I think Paragon and the Brew 5 4Ks are really similar in terms of character. It doesn't have the same depth as the 2K. The 3K was a bit more just one note caramel as far as I remember.
Like caramel vanilla. I feel like this is a bit more a nutty, slightly charry, toasty character.
Yeah. Toasty, nutty.
Again, and that's why it reminds me of 4K quite a bit. I think it's
But if we compare it to the highest rated barley wine that we've rated as the highest in recent time, which was Anabasis, it's quite a different beer.
And A Deal with the Devil.
And A Deal with the Devil. Those are a bit more extreme. This is more about elegance and balance, which is something you see in all the Fremont beers. And it's definitely also present in, anything we've had from them as of late. Just also the coffee vanilla dark star. And you see a very similar barrel character to this as well, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, Fremont just have a very defined style and way of making the beers, which is fantastic. You easily notice when it's a Fremont beer.
Yeah. There's some stewed kind of red apple in there as well, but it's softer on the flavor. You can definitely sense that they use wheat because it's got a fluffiness to it. Like it's got a fluffiness, even a doughy breadiness, I think. But
I see that.
But the big player is like huge bourbon, caramel, toffee, fudge, vanilla.
Yeah, but I'm also getting a bit of that stewed red apple and just like a kiss of rye, maybe.
Also a nice like dry
spice,
like just dry oaky woodiness. Like it's actually its finish is sweet yet dry. It's making it quite well balanced.
Yeah, it's like a 50-50 balance of sweetness and a pleasant like toasty dryness, a toasty woody dryness.
A hint of the honey malt thing for me too.
It's
but it's heavy on caramel. Yeah. But it's really fucking awesome barley wine.
It's just I think this is kind of what you call at least in this style, kind of a beautiful, elegant kind of wine. Take on a barley wine.
And definitely English in style. There's like the hop character is very light. It's not like specifically bitter. It's more definitely more to the sweet side. But also what I'd call benchmark English barley wine. Like in terms of barrel aged beer. This is like if you wanna make barrel aged barley wine and you want to try some really good barrel aged barley wine that's fairly easy to get, this is it. Like it's really easy to get and it's benchmark.
Yeah, I think everybody everybody who loves barley wine should try this, definitely. Yeah. Because as you say, it's slightly easier to get than A Deal with the Devil or Anabasis.
The last barley wine we had from these guys though was Ye Old Kentar that we didn't get to air because there was no audio on it because this guy fucked up a whole share, which was stupid. But that was less sweet than this. That was also older, and then it had that touch of smoke, which actually suited the beer really well. And I think I liked that more than this, to be honest.
Oh yeah.
I think I rated that 97.
I can't remember
but
that
I
one
am
in detail
biased with smoke.
Yeah.
So, but I'm gonna go. I think around the same territory as 4K, 96-ish, something like that. I still think it's a world class barley wine. I'm just like the 2K. It seemed like that just did so well with some age, and that just shows that barley wine really can handle some time.
It's just like the 2K had a bit.
It had more complexity.
Yes, and it had more complexity of, strangely enough, dark fruity, like this slightly stewed.
It's age.
Yeah, but it's weird because usually most people don't prefer dark fruit, but in that one it just complemented the rest of the flavors perfectly.
But I think it was because you had that layer of oxidized dark fruit and whatnot with this crazy fudge.
And slightly spice character. It had like, from what I remember, like this fudgy vanilla character, but also a bit of spice, and then that deep, dense kind of dark fruity character, which made it a wider palette of more complex.
But for sure, a beer to age. If you
absolutely
like, this is one. Even though it's really expensive in Europe, like buy 2 bottles, drink one fresh, sit on one for like 2-3 years.
Absolutely,
maybe more.
Yeah,
because it's really good. So fantastic. I mean, this is pretty much what I expected. 100%.
You know what to expect from this, especially
just
when they're
from
fresh.
Drinking, yes, and from drinking the other variants. It's just it drinks like a barrel aged Fremont beer. So. But if you guys had a chance to try Fremont's Brew 5K, let us know what you thought of it. Really fantastic barley wine that also will do very well with some age. This is gone on Beerdome. This went really quickly, so
I don't know, maybe.
But I think it'll pop up again. A lot of these have popped up again. So But if you were lucky enough to try it, let us know what you thought of it. If you have some in your cellar, please age some for longer as well. And as always, remember to comment, subscribe, check out the Facebook fan page and Twitter and Instagram. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Ring the bell for future notifications about videos and work on site. Cheers, and also check out Beerdome. Their link down below.
Cheers.
See you guys in another beer review.